The French and Indian War. The history and legacy of the conflict between French and British colonies in North America. Written by Charles River editors. Narrated by Scott Clem. Introduction. We observed the enemy marching down towards us in 3 columns. At 10 they formed their line of battle, which was at least 6 deep, having their flanks covered by a thick wood on each side, into which they threw about 3,000 Canadians and Indians, who galled us much. The regulars then marched briskly up to us and gave us their first fire, at about 50 yards distance, which we did not return, as it was General Wolfe's express orders not to fire till they came within 20 yards of us. The British Sergeant Major of General Hopson's Grenadiers describing the Battle of Quebec. On September 13, 1759, a battle was fought on the plains of Abraham outside the old city of Quebec. That was one of the turning point battles in world history. Thanks to the British victory and the events that followed, Canada went from being a colony of France, New France, to being a colony of Great Britain, which permanently changed Canadian history. In many ways, the outcome of the battle brought about several American attempts to seize Canada during the Revolutionary War and War of 1812. And ultimately, it ensured that when Canada became an independent country, it was part of the British Commonwealth with an Anglophone majority and a Francophone minority. Frictions over cultural and political issues between the English Canadians and the Quebecois, dating back to the battle, continue to impact the state of affairs in Canada today. While the battle had a profound impact, it also has been romanticized and mythologized beyond even epic proportions. Though often forgotten today, more than 250 years after the Battle of the Plains of Abraham was the culmination of a long siege, and the decisive action itself was an incredibly short affair at less than half an hour. Despite that brevity, both commanding generals were mortally wounded in the exchange, making British General James Wolfe a national hero on both sides of the Atlantic, and French General Louis-Joseph de Montcalm a convenient scapegoat. Only a few thousand soldiers were engaged on each side, and the battle ended with less than 1,500 casualties combined. Regardless, the French were compelled to quit Quebec after the battle, giving up one of their most important colonial possessions in the New World, and when the fighting ended in North America in 1760, the British still held the city. When the fighting ended on the European continent, the subsequent treaty forced the French to cede most of their North American possessions to the British, and it also left Britain in tough economic straits, which would set about a chain of events that brought about the American Revolution in the following decade.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?